Hey guys, I don't know if you
Cindy.
just saw that flash in the window. There's some electrical storm building up, maybe. I don't know. I'm just seeing flashes of lightning, but no, just a little bit of rain. Actually, I did try to do this video at the beach, and that's just the start of it. I've been wanting to do this video for a few hours now, and the energy is just rolling. I'm telling you, it's crazy. So let's just start with waking up and stuff. You know, I just want to talk about how different energy flows can affect your moods and what you think about and where you let yourself go, meaning how you let yourself feel, the things that you get caught up in, the things that start bothering you or don't bother you. It all has to do with what frequency, what dimensions, what energy waves you get caught up in and where it takes you. So since the harvest moon, let's see, we are on, what is today? Wednesday? The harvest moon, I think, was last Friday or Saturday. Yes, the energy is still rolling. So today I get up and, you know, I'm feeling a little annoyed with some things, but I make a decision that, you know what, I'm really just going to focus on what's really important to me and let that other stuff go, because really it isn't worth my time or energy. So I start thinking about the stuff that I'm working on and the stuff that I want to do, and, you know, being happy and letting go of anything that doesn't really fit in, that's not making me happy, and that's cool and everything. And then I'm thinking about, you know, oh, it's a new day, new goals, new insights. You know, I'm not even the same person I was yesterday, and neither are you. We all change and shift, and so, you know, it's all good. Things are going along. And I get on Facebook and I'm doing my regular inspirational posting and random thoughts. So I come across this video on Monsanto. And if you don't know what that is, that's the company who, one of the big companies that make GMO, which is genetically modified foods. So what they do actually is, for instance, the big one, but they do others, is corn. And they have modified corn, and so they make these seeds that are resistant to death when they are sprayed with Roundup. And most of you know what Roundup is. That's that poison you spray on weeds to kill them. So they modify the corn and other fruits and vegetables so that when they get sprayed with Roundup, they don't die. And so that means that they can spray even heavier doses on the food supply to produce more of these foods, to make more money, and it's just killing the earth that it's actually growing on too. And guess what? It's killing you. If you're eating that stuff, it's killing you. It's killing your kids. You know, some people just say, well, I just won't eat corn. And that's just not good enough, because corn, do you know how many things corn is in? Corn is in oils, and so it's in a lot of the foods that you eat that are already made. So it's not just a matter of eliminating corn or other fruits and vegetables that are genetically modified. So, and you know, if you go out and eat, forget it. So anyway, I don't know why, but I clicked on the video. It was just a 2-minute video, and it just sent me through the roof. It just sent me sailing over the edge. And I was so annoyed by, this is just like murder. I mean, it's the government allowing murder. Well, what it's doing is, I think that somebody said that they've been in business since 1905. So Monsanto, since 1905, killing you and your family. Wonderful. They were also the ones that developed Agent Orange. That was a horrible, horrible chemical that messed up so many of our service men and women, killed people, made them crazy. You know, this GMO stuff and the poisons, the Roundup, all of it. I mean, you think that that's healthy and that's not affecting, you know, it can mutate you, it can cause disease, It can cause mental illness. It can cause just everything. So, you know, everybody has a responsibility to speak up, especially, you know, the U.S., we're so blessed for our freedom of speech. And I really learned that when I was living in Egypt, being that you really don't have freedom of speech there. And that kind of like, I felt so weird that I couldn't really say anything that I really wanted to say. Like I had a blog called Soul Travel Egypt, and there were so many things I wanted to write about, but I couldn't because I could go, they could come put me in jail or whatever. And so, you know, in the U.S., we're so blessed to have that ability to say what we want to say. And I put on Facebook, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I don't know. I felt like I needed to do something because my status on Facebook today was, effing Monsanto is eating my ass today, and I need to go outside and get an attitude adjustment. It just pissed me off so bad. And I made a Facebook cause page called Monsanto, You Suck Big Time. And I would love for you to go on and like it and share it with your friends and ask them to like it. I'd love to just make a statement. If nothing else, make a statement. And because I actually went on Facebook to see if they had a page, and all it was a page that with Wikipedia that said what it is, and you couldn't comment or anything, of course. If you're seeing the flashes outside the window, that's lightning. Anyway, so I somehow got caught up in that wave. I mean, not that I didn't know about it before or didn't care about it before, I did. But normally, you know, I would see that and, you know, of course I say my prayers and do what I need to do, but it doesn't consume me. It totally like, it just like attached to my energy, and I was just, you know, swearing on my Facebook, and my friend I said, man, Monsanto is driving me to swear out loud in public, and my friend said, it's okay, and I said, no, it's not okay, it's effing ruining my inner peace, and it was totally ruining my inner peace. And so there's so many other things I want to talk to you about besides this, so I'm not going to keep harping on it, but what I'm trying to tell you is notice what energy waves you get caught up in. So how did I get caught up in that energy wave? I don't know. It could have been, I went on Facebook and I've been seeing that video on my feed a lot. I just haven't clicked on it. So today you know, I've been meaning to, and I guess today was that day that I clicked on it. And when I clicked on it and went into that vibration, boy, it just sucked me right in. It sucked me right into the Monsanto's vibration, and then I was off and running with it. So we have to be conscious of how we allow things to suck us up, and all the while I knew it was making me like really irritated and pissed off. So I knew that I kept saying that I need to go outside and get an attitude adjustment. I needed to get off the computer because I felt the vibe actually coming off my computer. So really just notice that, like when you get swept up in some weird vibe, and it could be like, I don't know, last night before I went to sleep, one of my friends on Facebook, she had me laughing hysterically, which she seems to be doing almost every night. If I'm on Facebook really late, she lives in Australia, so it's early for her, and she just starts and we don't stop, and it's really, I mean, it's like tears laughing, and it doesn't stop. It just continues and continues. I swear, I think I'm losing 10 pounds a night just by laughing with her. So I mean, I get caught up in that frequency, that vibration. So just notice which waves and vibrations you're getting caught up on, and if they don't feel good, choose another vibration. So I knew my answer was that I needed to get off that computer and go outside. And so I decided, okay, you know what? I'm going to have some errands to run, and I'm going to actually bring my camera in my SUV, and I'm going to do the video driving. I thought, well, that would be cool. I can, you know, do my video and do my errands. So I get all ready and everything, and then that didn't work out, and I was irritated because I wanted to do that, and so I did my errands anyway, and then I decided, well, it's almost dark, but I think I could still go to the beach and make a video. So I usually walk to the beach. I jumped in my car and went to the beach and grabbed my stuff, and right as I'm heading out to the sand, I feel these sprinkles, and I'm like, no way. So I'm like, I'm not going to fight it. I went back and put my stuff in the car, and I said, let me just go home and make a video. And the thing was that a lot of things that I wanted to do today didn't work out. But instead of getting mad or pushing up against it, I would just like, of course, I'd be like, oh man. And so I'd go do what I needed to do in the way I needed to do it, and then I'd again attempt to do what I wanted to do in a different way. So luckily I'm even doing a video. So all of this that I'm telling you is just for your awareness, to notice when things aren't working out. Just go with the flow. You may not like it, but just flow with it, because you know what, maybe I didn't need to be on the beach because you know there was nobody else out there, and who knows, maybe some creepo was on the beach. You don't know. It was starting to get dark, but I could have still, you know, managed a video, but who knows why. So I'm not gonna, you know, get all pissed off and go against it and say I'm gonna go out there and do it anyway. I knew I wasn't supposed to do it, so I left. So do your best to go with the flow. Notice when you're caught up in an energy wave that doesn't feel good, and know how you need what you need to do to get out of that. And for me, it was that I needed to get outside, and still I feel a little bit like I wish I could go outside right now, because I don't know, I just feel like I need to release some energy. Like my energy is pretty high. I won't say wound up. I'm just kind of, my energy level is pretty high. Maybe I should just jump on my trampoline for a while. Also, I want to talk a little bit more about the energy in general and how the universe energetically is lifting into a higher vibration. So I talked about in some of my old videos about the Mayan end of the year calendar and what's going to happen with the new earth, and how our earth is actually splitting apart, maybe not physically, but dimensionally. People that are spiritually awake, or maybe they don't even call it spiritual, maybe they're just bettering their lives and thinking more positive, whatever, are able to reach higher levels. While the people who are still just doing what they always did, but although they still will have their changes, they'll kind of still dwell in their levels. But I've been noticing lately a lot, I mean, I see dead people anyway, but I've been noticing a lot more around, seeing them around more. And I know, and other people tell me that they notice it, so, and maybe they didn't before. So that's just another sign of being in higher dimensions. We're getting lighter, our frequency is getting higher, we're vibrating higher, we're vibrating lighter. And that's, you know, we're just reaching into lighter realms. Now, I mean, I just feel like I'm all over the place with things today. I was thinking, so what could I redirect my thoughts to? One thing that's been really on my mind that I've been wanting to talk to you about is the prayer of Jabez. I don't know if you ever heard of the prayer of Jabez. That's J-A-B-E-E-Z. And it's a really, really powerful prayer that you can say. And you can Google it. And I was going to go by the Christian store because I'm sure they have it on those little cards. I used to have one. It's in my storage. And I wanted to get one just to have so I would see it. But you can Google it. And I was going to do that and read it to you, but I didn't do that either. And I thought, well, you know what? I could think about GMOs and Monsanto. Oh boy. Or I could think about the prayer of Jabez, because the prayer of Jabez has been on my mind at least for 2 or 3, 5 days. Especially the part of the prayer that says, expand my territories. It's a very powerful prayer, and I encourage you all to say it. And so I said, which one of these choices makes me feel better? So the obvious one, if you don't know, is obviously the prayer of Jabez. So I've decided to refocus my attention on that. So just saying that, I'm just like really letting go of GMOs and Monsanto, like just letting that. It has its space, okay? And I have that Facebook page that I hope you guys all go like, because I want to make a statement, whether it's just that I can get a whole bunch of likes and and people's awareness is raised by it, because you know what, there are things we can do about Monsanto and GMOs. We can, if you live in California, vote yes on Proposition 37, huge, and we can choose how we spend our money. Okay, and I'm going to be posting things on that Facebook page so you can be informed on what companies you're buying from. Where you spend your dollars is very powerful. It makes a difference. So, you know, there are things that we can do, and I hope you join me on that. So that's one thing. It's good to, you know, fight a cause. And I'm not saying fight in a way of, but although I felt like that today. But I personally am more interested and more focused on the new world and creating the world of harmony and peace and love and abundance and magic and synchronicities and amazing things, and I love that energy. And I don't want to keep looking at the world that we have created of all that gross yucky stuff, the government, the liars, the illness, the drug companies, Monsanto, all of that stuff is such crap. It's all a bunch of crap. And you know what? If you stay busy in that crap, you're not moving forward to the new world where all the goodness and amazement is that we want and deserve. So I will do some activism work. However, most of my focus and work is getting people to have the awareness of a world that we can create, with more and more of us putting our energy to feeling good, to dreaming big, to imagining world peace, inner peace. And I'm not talking about taking this world that we have now and creating world peace, although that would be wonderful. That would be totally cool. But doing some forward movement where we can create that world without all of the extremists, without all of the resistant energy, like the people who want to stay in this world and play this game that we've created. Like, I'm not interested in changing anybody. If they want to do that, if that is their vortex where they're vibrating, cool, go for it. Who am I to tell you to think different? So instead of trying to change people and change or fix anything, let it spin. However, I can create a new spin over here, and there's many people that are creating that new spin, and the more of us that start populating and dwelling and infusing with amazing positive energy this new spin, what happens is naturally our vibration gravitates to that, and sooner or later you just start seeing this as your world. That other one starts to fall away, and it just isn't part of your vibration anymore. So it's so beautiful. It's not like we have to sit there and, you know, create a new world in essence. It just means if we can focus our attention on what we really want and what's really important to us, that means healthy foods, farmers that are thriving with good foods, nutritious foods for us, people who care about harmony and peace and love the planet and love animals and love each other and care about each other and want to feel good all the time. When you just think of those things, I mean, just notice right now me talking about it, I feel so uplifted just talking about that. I mean, I feel completely different than I did just 5 minutes ago when I was talking about that other stuff. So that's why I don't choose to be in that often. I'm going to say my words and put my 2 cents in, but really I am focusing on what really matters to me, and I want you to join me, because the more of us that can be in that flow of health, happiness, joy, love, harmony, sharing, community. It's about community, people. It's not about what is about me. It's about us all coming together in a beautiful, harmonized world of amazing people that just want to feel and be amazing. And the more of us that just focus on that, the more that vibration sweeps us into that, and we just automatically will start seeing ourselves in that. It's beautiful. It's so damn beautiful. And you know, on my blog, soultravelegypt.wordpress.com, you know, there's some good stuff on there. You should read it if you haven't. But I talk about creating a new life without having to die to get there. So in the past, we would just live our life. And so, like, say I'm talking about this world that we know that we're moving out of, and we just stayed there and kept dealing with all the issues and fighting up against it and being activists for all this crazy crap. And then we would die, and then we'd go to a new life and start however that one is. But because we incarnated in this amazing time and illusion and energy, whatever you want to call it, we are able, actually, we're so powerful. I feel like we are more powerful as a consciousness, as a spiritual or a forward thinking or a positive consciousness than we ever have been in any life. I really believe that. So if we just use that power to create what we want, we don't even have to die to create the new life. We can be in that life just simply by dwelling on what we want and what feels good, and really feel it and believe it and band together and do it. And so they'll keep doing their little spin here, but we will be spinning in something amazing there. So anyway, kind of went all over the place, but I don't want to make this longer than it already is. I'll be back with you to talk about that prayer of Jabez, hopefully tomorrow. But until then, think about what I've told you, and let's just like clear anything that just really is not of the vibration we ever even want to think of or be in. And let's think of an amazing, loving, harmonious community of like-minded people that are healthy and prosperous and abundant and enjoying life, living life like we want it, not allowing life to live us. That we choose everything from what we do when we wake up, what we do when we do wake up, and when we go to sleep, and how we live, and whatever. It's all in our hands, and we can do it. We just have to dwell there, dwell in the amazing beauty of it. If you could live in the perfect world that you could create, what would it be? Would you do me a favor and just put some thought to that? Make a painting, write it in your journal, go to sleep and think about it in your head and feel it. Because just doing those simple things is helping to create it. And it's all of our responsibilities to put some effort and dwelling and thought towards it. Because the more we can do it, the faster we will be swept right into it. So let's use these powerful energy shifts that are making us crazy, that are taking us on a ride. Let's use it for our benefit and let it take us for a ride. But let's direct that ride to a place that we're going to be so happy that we actually reached through taking that ride. So remember, the least path of resistance, do what makes you happy, make choices that feel good, that lift your spirit, and dwell in thought of the perfect world for you. And I will talk to you guys all later. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and friend me on Facebook. My name's Cindy Eiler, and I will talk to you guys all soon. Take care.